Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, the pop bottles just never sound as good as the opening can, do they? But it is the Stella, so it tastes good.
Not at all, yeah.
I want to start off this episode by thanking our sponsor, SportsVids. If you know someone that loves football, boxing, Olympics, darts, or cricket, then get them a personalized video shout out from sportsvids.com. Choose from football legends like Ian Bishop, Tony Cottee, Shaun Goater, and other stars. Give them some info about your friend, workmate, or family member, and they'll do the rest. It's a knockout idea for a birthday, wedding, special event, or even for a bit of banter. You can also order a pep talk or a team talk for a football team or sports team. SportsVids, personalized video shoutouts from sporting heroes. Get yours now at sportsvids.com. And you just did one, didn't you?
Sent one out today, yeah. West Ham fan in Luxembourg,
Yeah.
as it happens.
Did he ask you to dance as per you said you would?
Not this one.
No.
Trying to keep that quiet, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to go to New Orleans to do that.
Yeah, that's true. There is a video
I've
floating.
used an old video.
Yeah, there's one floating around of you dancing on Bourbon Street. There was a good one of Trev, wasn't there? Dancing to, what was it, like a Johnny Cash song or something?
Yeah, he was doing karaoke, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring that one out on the podcast one day.
Yeah. I think that one's floating around as well.
He did Ring of Fire, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, yeah.
I remember you sending that at like 2 in the morning.
There's a joke
yeah.
there somewhere.
I'm sure these people on Facebook will figure it out as they usually do.
Man United fans will know.
Yeah, we get one a day at this rate. I do want to say too, we are announcing the winner of our Manscaped competition today. We will be announcing the winner at the end of the episode, so make sure you stick around for that. So let's jump in then. We'll just go in chronological order, and this is always my favorite to start with City, of course, but we are in the Champions League, so I mean it's always going to work out like that when they're the midweek game, isn't it? So Marseille,
much more convincing, mate.
Until you get knocked out.
Yeah. Well, we've got until February
right
at least.
Right off the bat, more dominant, more convincing.
Yeah.
More creative. I mean, it surprises me any time Kevin De Bruyne gets hit.
Yeah.
And you cringe thinking, don't. And then he gets up again,
Mm-hmm. Well, there was one, yeah, because there's been a few, and there's been a few lately as well, because we've seen in the past him go down, and you just sort of, like you said, you hold your breath. But there was one where I think it should have been a red card. I mean, he went in, didn't get the ball at all, studs up, and De Bruyne's played the ball, and then he's come in late on his ankle.
Yeah.
I thought it was, I mean, I wouldn't have argued if it was a red, but maybe that's my bias. I don't know.
Yeah, and we also said he was looking forward to see Payet, but didn't start, did he?
No, he didn't.
Came on and was quiet.
Yeah, I know we complain about these Premier League teams and these strikers and stuff going down easy, but I mean Marseille, like it was just, and again last week as well, it was just a joke. It's like against Porto, it's like the strikers are meant to be these big, strong forwards. I know Tovin isn't really big and strong, but they go down so easily. And I think that's a part of the reason why I couldn't really watch the foreign leagues when they started before the Premier League did, But Ferran Torres, 3 goals in 4 games.
The foreign Premier League.
Sorry?
The foreign Premier League.
The foreign Premier League?
Yeah.
Is that what I said?
No, that's what it
Yeah. But, yeah, Torres, 3 goals in 4 games. Foden and Torres look good together. 2 20-year-olds, but they look lively. I mean, I think they're the spark in the midfield that we need right now.
Well, the thing for me, I don't think we're as potent when Sterling's down the middle and Torres went down the middle and showed the striker's instinct,
Yeah.
To a certain extent, positionally, he did for me. I'm not saying he can fill that void and do it against Liverpool or somebody, but it was a little bit more positive at the end of the day for me. And
yeah, I like Ruben Diaz and Laporte, the way they look at the back as well. I mean, that's a strong centre back partnership. And rewind, 4 or 5 episodes ago, me bitching about our defense, and then you look at that lineup and it's I mean,
I still think it would be a good 3 if Pep decided to put Ake in there.
Ake, yeah. I even like when Ake plays as left back and he sort of doesn't really bomb on. He just shuffles over. I think he did that a couple of weeks ago before Ake picked up the little knock.
That's an option he could look into, you know.
Yeah.
I think Ake stays at the club for the rest of his career, and he ends up doing what Milner did for. He did it for you guys, didn't he? Where you just filled in left back, right back,
well,
middle. You could like games that you already. I'm not saying he would be better than someone else, but someone that Pep could rely on.
Yeah, I mean more so Delph, kind of like Delph filling in a left back. Yeah, but yeah, Ake's good on the ball. I mean, you know how Pep tried to play Stones in the midfield a few times. Like I think Ake's good enough on the ball to fill in there if you need him to. I mean, he's still young. You know, he's I think our defensive, like just looking at the games, Pep hasn't really gone all out. We're not scoring the goals we used to score, but he's really focusing on the defense, and I think that's I think that's key right now. You know.
Well, saying that also, mate. You know, we've been without Aguero and Jesus and De Bruyne for a couple, and you know, I think they got 3 against Porto, 3 against Marseille.
Yeah.
You know. Going to be a big game in Olympiacos. I think that could seal it.
Yeah,
take a little bit of pressure off. You know, and I think that would be good for him if he, in the latter games, that he could change a few players. You know, with the game behind in the league that they've got to make up.
Yeah, and
all the other games coming thick and fast as well. So
yeah,
you know, I mean, it's great for us, isn't it? It's great for us that there's these games every week.
It is, yeah.
I think there's an international break coming up as well, where we'll miss football for a weekend.
Yeah.
Won't we?
We'll get to watch Southgate on display. And we had that people enjoyed the Southgate the clip we had out there about him just not playing. You know, he really not calling for his head or anything, but I mean, just
a change.
Yeah,
not the change of management even. Just a change in the look. Is it? I can't believe he's going out and telling these players not to perform the way they perform for the clubs. But it just seems to be happening for me.
Yeah,
you know, it's just it's for I think it's also for the players to be stronger. And like we say, once they cross the white line, do their thing.
Yeah,
don't be so timid about things. Don't be sideways and backwards. I think at times as well he's introducing too many players too often, and they just want to settle in.
Yeah,
and don't really do anything outside the box. I don't mean the penalty box. Do anything outside of, you know, the way of thinking.
Right, don't think outside.
They don't really expand. They don't really try things.
Yeah,
you know. But you know, there's a lot of things that factor into it. I just think we have a quality squad that doesn't get utilised, and we can't keep saying it. I'm just hoping for that weekend that. Normally, when we say something about somebody, they go and bang 2 goals in, or
I was just about to bring him up as well
straight away. So you know, maybe that weekend they'll show us something that we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah,
you know, for me, it's not just getting results. You know, the Iceland and the Denmarks, the 2 Denmarks, it's just dire. It's just dull, and you wait for it, and it's hard enough with no supporters there. Trying to create an atmosphere, and if the football doesn't get you and doesn't grip you like that, then there's nothing.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. You don't want us to be coming on here saying, "Oh, it's a weekend without football," taking the piss out of it. But it's just the way it is right now. It's the way I feel. Anyway.
I mean, look at all the people representing our country. You know, I'm sure we brought up on previous episodes, but I remember watching the World Cup with you, not wanting those players to get a medal. You know. Like, obviously, I want my country to win, but I would hate for it to be them. You know, like...
It didn't seem right.
No, but I think we've got a different group of players now, cheats. Hopefully.
A lot of cheats. That's what we have.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just think, you know, there's... I like that Walker's back in the mix. I mean...
It's definitely the best it's been.
Yeah, I like seeing Tyrone Mings in there. I think he's decent. He scored at the weekend. Or he scored... Yeah, at the weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, but did you see his defending against Leeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, see... I hate that. I like.
It was bad. He didn't jump for the free kick. I think it was the first free kick. He didn't jump, did he? And the ball went right over his head. Or it might have been the second one, actually.
Well, I'm just thinking about the lad's hat-trick, his 3rd goal. There's a Bamford.
Oh, against
Southampton,
Leeds.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Southampton.
Aston
Yeah.
Villa against Leeds, yeah.
Yeah.
He stood in the box. There's 4 defenders around him. Mings is fronting him and doesn't even make a challenge. He just kills it in the top corner. You know, it's just things like that. You know,
That's my point. Like, I think Mings is Aston Villa level. He's not England level. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
I think he's one of our better
I think he's
centre-backs, but
good.
not.
Yeah, it's weird. He's good going forward on the ball, but
England doesn't.
play like that.
even if I actually knew, even if I had an idea, that's our best 11. That's going to be our starting 11, and you know it. And if somebody's injured, you fill that hole. But it isn't like that. It isn't like that. Anyone could be playing.
Well,
Anyone could be selected. I think you've got to get some continuity. And we're saying that about Pep and the centre-back.
Yeah.
You've got to get them 2 centre-backs used to each other and play them together.
Yeah.
And if one of them falls off a little bit, then you bring somebody else in. Or, like I said with Ake, you go to the 3.
Yeah.
But they've got to build up an understanding. You know?
Chemistry.
I mean, now Laporte is the old fella there, and he's got a new on either side.
Yeah.
He's got Ake to come in or Ruben Diaz alongside him. You have to get that continuity and get used to each other.
Yeah.
And build up a relationship and an understanding.
Okay,
You know,
but
you say it about your central midfield players, you say it about your strikers, you say it about your wing backs and your wide players. They've got to build up an understanding. And if nobody knows who's going to play, who's going to start, and then it gets jumbled up, like we said, throw the names in the air and see where they fall, I can't get excited about it.
No.
I want to know who's our best 11 and who's going to start, and then you do get a feel for them and
you know what
and
to
a want
expect
for them to win. You know?
Yeah.
well,
Because if they're the starting 11, they're the ones who's doing it for them.
Yeah.
he's backing the wrong people.
Well, he's backing everyone and anyone, really.
But, I mean, but kind of. But I mean,
if
he
he's
keeps going on about Mount doing so well for Chelsea.
Yeah.
And it's like, no offense to Mount, I love what he did for us last season.
but he's playing them in the wrong position as well, though. He's playing them out on the right.
Mount shouldn't even start for us.
No.
And Gareth Southgate hails it.
Well, the thing is, too, you know, it's good that he's experimenting, but don't experiment the whole squad. Experiment with, you know, get your foundation in place. And if you want to experiment with an attacking midfielder or a striker even, or, you know, mid-game, it works. But we've got three games.
Big tournaments coming up. You can't keep experimenting.
No, but the Nations League, to me, should be where he's figuring out the team that he's going to
100%.
take to the Euros, not, you know, the Euros and then the next summer the World Cup back to back. We've got Ireland, we've got Belgium, and then we've got Iceland. We've got 3 games, and I bet he'll play 3 different starting 11s. I bet there'll probably be
Different systems.
and the wrong ones against
there
the wrong
won't
teams
be
as
there
well.
won't be one player, maybe the goalkeeper, who plays all 3 games. You know, like there won't be one player who starts all 3 games. I'd put money on it. The way he plays,
I don't think that's mathematically correct.
I just think if you come in,
he's got a big squad.
I think if you come in, you play for your country, you bang a goal in, or you play well, should be starting the next game no matter what.
That's the thing. Back when, I mean, at least when we were kids, I mean, not that I ever met them, but there was like an aura around the players, even when they played for all the individual different clubs. You knew who our starting 11 was.
Yeah.
You knew who were the Scholes, Beckham. I mean, most of that whole Man United, and then you knew who had that position. Like Sol Campbell, like took that position. You know, like
and then if someone's up and coming, they come 20 minutes from the end.
And back then, I'm sure those players would have wanted better players or whoever was in better form to play for England because it looked like they actually cared. Even though this has been like England throughout our whole life, where we're so much better on paper than what we actually play like, but there still should be.
Look, to me, if he wants to experiment, not game to game, but experiment with trying to find the right starting 11, get the young kids in there. You know, don't leave Foden and Greenwood out again because to me that's just ridiculous. You know, get over it. And I mean, I'm not saying what they did was right, but there's been worse done.
They've got to be seen to be doing something. That's the problem.
But they were sent home, so I mean, is that not? You know, that's to me that's punishment. But I mean, those are 2 young sparks.
Face in the end, aren't you?
Sorry.
You're cutting your nose off to spite your face.
Yeah.
I mean, look
It'd be a long job if it was me. That.
Look at France. Remember what Benzema did to was it Valbuena?
Yeah, Valbuena.
Yeah, and then I mean they've always been like that.
Yeah.
But didn't Benzema play after that?
Yeah,
well?
he did.
Yeah.
I don't think Valbuena played again. But Benzema was allegedly blackmailing Valbuena with a sex tape, wasn't he? Valbuena had a sex tape, and Benzema said, "I'm going to release it." I don't know what he wanted or whether it was some kind of...
That's going to be the least chemistry in...
Yeah, I mean... And here we've just got... I mean, you know, whatever. But I just hope to see them both back in there because, I mean... You know, not to praise a Man United player, but I like Greenwood, and he can play out on the right. Mount shouldn't be... Yeah, Mount shouldn't be playing there.
Look, even Rashford, you know...
Yeah.
You see him come on against Leipzig,
100%.
and you think... I wish he'd be like that when he pulled an England shirt.
But he's in a different position for England. It's like complete, you know. It's.
I think he's one of the few players that does feel that for England. I'm not saying he plays it like
feels it, yeah. But he gets. We don't play with wingers really. I mean, well.
But what are you supposed to do when you're playing all season like that and then
you're in a different system?
Yeah, exactly.
What any successful international manager does is they take the foundation of a team that's working well, they take the spine of it or the sense of it. I mean, and then they
most of those teams, there's normally like 3 or 4 of those players from that nation. Yeah, England's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
Didn't they have to implement a rule where there was 3?
Be the Belgian manager and have all the best players anyway.
That's true, and still not really win it. But I mean,
with Martinez and Henry.
Yeah.
Or was Henry still with him then?
No,
he's gone now. He was
during the Euros.
He was then, I think. Yeah. Because he managed Monaco, didn't he? And it didn't turn out too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like you said, you don't want to pull up to an international break and think there's no football on. But for some reason, that's how I feel, and I know
at least you know what we've got Champions League. We've got a massive weekend with the Liverpool game coming up for City, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to say before we switch subjects, why is the England manager job the only one that's protected? Like Pep is still. I know he's not under scrutiny, but he is.
Well, his contract's up at the end of the season, and there's been no talk. Apparently, there's been no talks.
Well, yeah, but there you go.
Look at the end of the day, mate. He's had results.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all knew what.
Game's based, isn't it?
How long does that run in the World Cup last him, though? You know.
Well, you can only see after more games, can't you? So
yeah.
And look now, he still have a great record. If you didn't watch the games,
yeah.
Sorry,
you still look at their stats and say, well, okay, how many wins to losses, and that's what the FA are going to be looking at.
Mm.
And you know, and he is of that stamp. He's of that cut. That's clean cut for the FA, and no problems. You know.
Take Pochettino.
Just every day. I just wanted to say
I don't see it happening, but
I didn't mean why.
You have to take him from Man United then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about. Yeah.
I also don't think England having an Argentinian manager would go down too well.
I would take Pochettino.
Well, yeah,
I would take Pochettino. Yeah.
No, but I'd take him.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I just wanted to say I didn't mean to complain about why the England job is so secure. Because if he's doing a good job, I obviously don't want him to get sacked like a Premier League manager.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
like we said, you just want to see it. Yeah. You want to see a more productive, more flair. The way we play our football, you know.
I want us to be the ones that set the standard.
I don't want people saying you've got the best squad. I want the best team.
Yeah.
I want the best football. You know, have the best squad, but the best squad should be playing the best football.
Yeah.
You know,
like Belgium.
I don't think we do for some reason. So somebody find the answer for me, please. And for me, it's between the manager and the players. So
yeah, I think the players are there. To me, the answer is. New manager, take a risk on the on a different manager, a different type of manager. But
I don't think now so soon to the big tour.
No, he's gonna be the manager throughout probably the next 2 as well, since they're so close together. By the way, UEFA are also looking to Russia to host the Euros if the lockdowns are still, you know, up in the air.
Russia are just screaming for them to host something.
Yeah,
they've been trying to take it away from everyone. Yeah,
yeah. Well, they might get it. You know, so
yeah, but why not? You know, that would be. I'm sure it'd be a great place.
Well, I thought some were going to be played there anyway.
It was all over the place, wasn't it?
It's going to be further on. I thought Russia was going to get games anyway.
Yeah, but they're looking if the lockdowns are. I mean, you know,
right?
Hopefully,
they want to host the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Putin's just going to slowly take over FIFA.
He might as well. It'd be less corrupt.
That's true.
Going on.
You know,
That's if the
dictatorship
American
in
owners
football
haven't
wouldn't be
before
bad.
Yeah.
that. Like, that's if the American owners haven't before that.
Yeah.
Before they get their monopoly.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, just circling back, the City game against Marseille, great form. You know, they're saying Aguero could be back for the Liverpool game. I don't want to get my hopes
I don't
up.
know whether they're gonna risk him or not, though.
Probably not. Yeah, if anything, maybe 20 minutes at the end or something.
I think City beat him without.
Yeah, I think the way,
especially Van Dijk.
And the way we've been playing too. I mean, not, you know, we're going in chronological order, so I'm not trying to be biased, but the next chronological game is City Sheffield United. Unless you guys wanted to touch on the other European games.
You know what? First off, that's the most complete I've seen Raheem Sterling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He looked good, didn't he? Good on the ball.
The most complete meaning, you know, he did all the right things.
Yeah.
Without any cock-ups and such, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't give the ball away as much as he would normally, and for me, it's opened my eyes a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
It did some great things, to be honest with you. I know he's not everybody's favourite, but the first half and still second half, that scary little bit, they could have threw it away again.
Yeah.
One doesn't seem enough.
No, it was shades.
Right now, you know what I mean?
Shades of last season at the end, wasn't it? Or before lockdown, like.
Bit similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit similar, mate. It was a little bit, you know, not nervy because it's still very early, but
yeah,
you know, at the end of it, you get the win, be happy with the 1-0.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it. First half was a much better performance.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, in my eyes,
1-0 did it for us last season as well, the same result. So I mean, it's, you know, and Kyle Walker too, has got a great strike and against his old club. You know, it's just,
I feel like those are the only goals he scored.
He scored twice. Oh, against
the low driven.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. He's good with that
one, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think I've seen him score one for England.
I think they said 2 out of his 10 City goals have been against Sheffield United as well.
You said he came from
his form in general, you know, his form in general.
Oh, he's been he's been on fire. I mean, he's been playing more defensively as well. He hasn't been. He's sort of been back to that role where he just tucks into the midfield, which has been working well for him. You know, he's had his head on, and I think he's probably been our best player. So, well, De Bruyne is obviously De Bruyne, but he's been up there, one of our best players this season.
The most informed player.
Yeah. He's played a lot.
They showed a dominance for the majority of the game, you know?
Yeah, I thought there were a few, you know, just talking about Pep focusing on the defence, which I don't mind, but I thought Bernardo Silva was a little sort of muted because of it. He kept slipping in at like right wing back where it's not where you want him. You know, you don't want him back there. I mean, he does the job. He's got the work rate. He's not exactly physical, but he'll chase the ball down.
He's
and
not the fastest, is he?
No, but
he's not slow and he's not weak.
I'm sure if you'd ask him, he'd rather be out there than sitting down next to Pep.
That is true, yeah. I just like seeing him on the ball with his creativity, you know. But
but don't forget, he needs that movement up ahead of him as well, or inside of him.
Yeah.
I think when, like we've said in the past, when Sergio's occupying defenders, it frees them wide people up. They do drift inside.
Yeah.
And it's a different game. It is a different game. So I mean, it was sort of playing with a band-aid on right now, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, and Torres playing down the middle up front. I mean, I think he could. You know, he didn't really get on the ball too much. You know, he sort of seemed like he was shut out a bit. But I mean, he seems like he's got that instinct. You know, like he could. I'd rather have him there and Sterling on the wing. Than
definitely
Sterling down the middle.
Sterling from wider.
Yeah.
And he is effective in games.
Yeah. But this is the thing. It's the thing about football, isn't it? And like, you couldn't just take the mold of what Man City were 2 seasons ago and do the same thing over and over again. Not that we have the same players, but it's like the game's ever growing and teams are ever adapting. So it's good that it looks like Pep's learning how to figure it out this season. You know, it's not like we're doing awful, you know, especially in terms of how other teams are doing.
No, it's just you've got to counteract it again. If somebody figures you out, then you have to find something else.
Yeah.
That's the job of a manager. And it's how quick, and there's nobody going to get it into his players better than Pep would.
Yeah.
Look at the 2 Arsenal games.
Yeah. Night and day.
Exactly, mate,
Yeah.
He's always going to be, even when he retires, he's going to be like in someone's ear, kind of like how Fergie is, like well, how he was, you know. He's always going to be.
Let's hope the rumours about the new Barcelona people want them back there.
He ruled that out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Already?
He said his.
I won't be convinced till he signs his deal, though, mate.
Yeah, but you know, I think it's on both sides. I mean, City have said he has to earn it, and I think he understands that. You know, like, but he ruled out a return to Barcelona after the game, the weekend. So
I think he said he wanted to retire there, and I think he's got like 20 more years of managing.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, honestly, I think Barcelona is going to take a while to rebuild and get themselves back in. And
Koeman could be the could be the man.
Or
to do
Pochettino could be in there next if he's not at United. I mean, you know, how
floating around for something.
Do you think so? He was on Sky, wasn't he, this weekend? Pochettino was.
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's not exactly crazily outspoken, you know, but he was on there. He's got like a good football brain, and
he keeps his words to himself, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's so intelligent.
Do you think him lingering around, like, what sort of pressure do you think that puts on? I mean, especially Solskjaer. I mean, because
I said that as soon as I heard his name. I was like, oh.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, you can fly around and linger around all you want.
Yeah.
Your players have got to get out there and get your results.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, look what happened to him at Tottenham. He did the world for them.
Yeah.
And then because some of his players weren't performing, they kicked him.
Yeah.
Well, I think they've reached a bit of a stalemate there, mate, as well, you know. 5 years, wasn't it? 5 years with the same players, really not given the cash to go out and add to it and freshen it up. And,
exactly. I think Pochettino.
Yeah.
I don't know about. I mean, what? How long has he been away? 2.5 years or something like that.
Something like that. Feels like it's been a while.
Yeah. But I don't know now. But back when he was managing, he was, I think, the only person to rival Pep.
Yeah.
I don't think Mourinho could do it with the United team, but I think
Pochettino. Not Klopp.
I think I would put Klopp in there.
I think about him for a second.
No, I did honestly. I think Klopp's intelligent, but Klopp said it perfectly. Mourinho's the special one, Klopp's the normal one. You know, like Klopp just.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
No, Klopp. I don't think Klopp has. I think Pochettino and Guardiola are the smartest people in football right now that are showing their faces. You know, but I think Klopp. He knows how to motivate his players better. You know, he has the other side of managing. That I think. I'm not saying that he can't do like better than most people tactically, but
yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of Liverpool, I mean, the game Sunday is going to be huge. Obviously, can't wait for that. City, Liverpool, but West Ham, Liverpool going back. Yeah. I had
you know what? Happy with the West Ham performance. I know he's gone out and set to get 2 banks.
Yeah.
And Haller up front on his own. A little bit disappointed that he doesn't show the enthusiasm. It's although he's starting, it should be his time to say, I can work as hard as Antonio.
Yeah.
And maybe not be getting fed and goal chances because of the system we're playing.
Yeah.
But at least I'm going to bust me balls and close it down and chase them. I just feel his body language is a bit negative.
Yeah.
You know, it's as if like, you know, I'm better than this. And look, have a little sulk up that, look, even when I do come in, we're not playing a formation or... I mean, you can't help and you can't blame David Moyes going to Anfield saying, oh, I'm scoring first again.
Yeah.
And I did call it as soon as I knew Liverpool couldn't break them down. I said, there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
While the game was on, I said, there's going to be a penalty. Another one of them dubious ones. Okay, look, we've got to accept now that as soon as there's contact, he's going to give it because he's going to watch it again. He's going to give it, and you know what, Masuaku was a little bit naive. And you've got to understand it's Salah.
Yeah,
and it's the fall after the contact.
He's going down. He's going down all day.
That does my head in.
Yeah,
that does my head in, and I must admit, and I don't know if anyone will thank me for this, but it drove me fucking nuts, and I watched him like bending down on the floor. I thought I'd run up and boot him up the arse while he was doing that. Maybe that's not going to go down well, but it got me that angry, and I'm thinking, you know what? If it doesn't trip you over, if it doesn't
Yeah.
make you fall, the fall comes after the contact, and it's disgraceful. And him especially.
Yeah.
He's bad.
He's coming back to the top of the list. I
Yeah.
think.
Where is he on the list?
I don't.
Connor's wearing our FBI top 10 most wanted for diving, and Salah is actually 9th out of 10.
This wasn't.
He's
Yeah.
got to get.
We need to
promoted.
reshuffle the pack. Also, this shirt's available on 5pintsin.com/shop if you want to get your own.
I don't understand how people don't actually fight. Like, yeah, I understand you're all millionaires and we get it, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I would be
hit
fuming
someone,
at him.
you know?
I would be in his face, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least after the game when he comes to shake your hand, have a fucking word. But
Yeah.
Cantona hit a fan, drop kicked a fan for saying one thing at him. Imagine playing against someone
Yeah.
and the cheat.
It's just,
It's nothing worse.
Yeah, I just you try to think back of when that transition happened, and you can't put your finger on it. You know,
What?
like the players who would have called him out are no longer there. You know,
Well, but because, I mean, we've talked about him before, but I think, was it Bashturk? He's a Turkish player.
Bashturk.
Yeah, Bashturk, little guy, right?
He was the world's worst, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. I remember you like.
He didn't play for Bayern, did he?
I think he played. No, I think he played for Leverkusen.
it sounds familiar.
I don't know. I was like 5 years. But anyway,
Well, definitely- he was
Ballack?
definitely in Germany.
yeah, I remember you calling me.
Bashturk, his name was.
You used to call me Bashturk because I was obviously the littlest out of you two, and you used to 2-foot me. And if I went on the ground, you would call me Bashturk. So I was like, all right.
No, we were calling you bastard.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
But
He played for Leverkusen, yeah, and then he was at Blackburn. He played one game for Blackburn.
That's right, yeah.
he dove and then got kicked out there.
Probably.
I think I don't know why. Maybe it's just because of me and you said his name so much, but I think he's the patient zero.
Yeah.
You know, like he's the one that started all this. I know there was people before him, but I never saw anyone like
his
him
one
back
game
then.
at Blackburn.
Yeah.
The whole Premier League off. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but he's yeah.
I'm getting bored of myself talking about it, but you just see it. You want to watch football. You want to pick out the bits, the special bits. Like, I mean, we do. There is some special bits from this weekend.
Oh yeah.
You can't help
know,
but it being overshadowed.
Going to the West Ham Liverpool, I just knew that was the case, and then you felt it was coming. The second goal,
Yeah.
just it's unfortunate because they deserve better. You know, Fornals gets his goal, good finish.
Yeah.
You know, and same again. I've sort of said I don't believe but in that system, you're gonna get the work from him. So
Yeah.
maybe with the Lanzini thing and starting Fornals when you know you're gonna get the work, and Bowen works his socks off.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yarmolenko comes on and gives his all.
Well, that's
Probably disillusioned with not starting when.
Yeah. Well, the team's picking itself right now, and I mean Moyes is being smart about it because he could make a rash decision and take a risk, but you wouldn't against Liverpool at Anfield. But it's almost like Yarmolenko around the 60th, 65th minute coming on. It's like it's happening robotically. But and I don't think Moyes should fix what's not broken. But at what point do you take that risk? They've got Fulham at home this weekend.
And then Burnley, is it? So
and then Sheffield United away.
Sorry, yeah. Well, they've got a couple of games now where they're probably going to dominate possession.
Yeah.
So are you going to change the structure of it? Because they've been playing counter-attacking football. The City game at home was a plus for them because they can still play like the away team. And the Anfield thing it's still, look, for me, they proved that they can go there and still fight for the point,
Yeah.
And I thought maybe they deserved the point. Hey, look, it's unfortunate. Great vision by Shaqiri if he's meant to put it through his legs, which I do believe he has,
Yeah.
And the timing of the run and that,
Yeah. I mean, it froze West Ham.
Was a foul.
Yeah, it was a
got
foul.
disallowed on Ogbonna, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't say that sooner.
No, I don't know why it took so long.
Yeah. But this is what's happening now with the referees and that. The VAR's at them. We're taking a minute, 2 minutes for that. And then he's going over to the screen.
Yeah.
If they're talking about clear and obvious errors, it's obviously the referee in charge.
Right.
So why doesn't the first thing he do
is take a look?
Is go over to the screen
because
and correct himself
without
looking like an arse when the people in the toilet are doing it for them.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Why
then,
not do it yourself and say, look, okay, that's how I seen it. It's understandable I didn't have the view, or that's the way it looked in real time, but now I've seen it. Let the VAR people take that time.
Yeah.
Going across the side to get it ready for him.
Well, one.
Talking to him while he's gone.
Yeah, but one, I don't see any of the referees changing their mind because they're human beings and human beings hate admitting that they're wrong. And two, I think looking... Yeah, I mean, maybe this goes against my point, but looking at anything in slow-mo over and over and over again, it almost always looks like a foul. But that one, yeah, it's just... I just disagreed with myself with those 2 points. But, it just... I don't see them admitting that they were wrong,
I do.
Right away.
I think there's...
You think so?
No, not most of them. I think there's a select few out there that do take refereeing seriously and think they're doing good by the sport.
Yeah.
I don't think they're
That's
all
true.
evil.
Yeah. They don't want to be...
Why should they admit the wrong when players don't?
Because
it's not about them.
They're supposed to be the sensible one on the pitch.
Yeah.
And I forgot who said it, but...
They're the umpire, the adjudicator, the referee.
Yeah.
That's their job, so...
Yeah, but, I mean... I don't know, but I forgot who said it, but if he can take 2 minutes to, go look at the television and see that it's, Jesus fucking Christ, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just rambling at this point. I had
trying
a
to
point.
Find the words?
Yeah, I had a point, and I just said...
one...
just move on and
please.
Yeah.
Please.
Look, we want to talk about positives. One positive I took for West Ham from that Liverpool game, besides the overall performance, which I thought was decent, and on top of them coming off a run of games that, they would have been lucky to grab 3 points from.
Nobody would have wanted them 6 games.
No.
Not even Liverpool or Man City.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
Nobody would have wanted that run of games.
Yeah.
Especially after your first game was a disaster.
Yeah.
And they've come through for me.
Yeah.
I'll take the defeats they've had.
Well,
I'll take them. I'll take them because of Arsenal, Liverpool. I'll take them because of the way they performed.
Yeah, because they've learned and they've come stronger out of every game. Win, lose or draw.
But the end of the season, last season, they were doing so well, and then they do so bad the last game of the season, and then
they didn't care. Didn't they
do bad the first game of the season, and then. This has been West Ham for the
but you'd rather see this. You'd rather see this right now through the toughest teams. Then at least they can.
If they got this run at the end of the season, they would have fucked.
Because they didn't exactly scrape by. Like the Tottenham draw, they came back from 3-0.
Went 1-0 up against Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. So they're not scraping. They look they look strong. And one thing.
It was more than going to 1-0 up though.
Yeah.
Yeah. How solid they was after.
Yeah. They didn't
until the penalty happens. You know what? At the end of the game, they are last 20 minutes. Liverpool, they are going to throw things at you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Penalties.
It does get desperate. You do tend to drop deep to the edge of your box, inside your own box. Things are going to come in. Things are going to happen. That's just the way it is.
Look, you bring on.
This is where you miss Antonio.
Yeah,
last 20 minutes of them games.
You bring on you've got a Liverpool front three that to me. Right now is only rivaled in the Premier League probably by Tottenham if Bale's starting with Son and Kane. But
maybe
you've got
Arsenal, Lacazette, Aubameyang and Williams.
When was the last time Lacazette scored?
I would say it's Tottenham's front three, Liverpool's, Arsenal. Yeah, it's a great front three.
You have them all in form, yeah.
Well, yeah, but then you can
just as a three,
right, just the firepower they have. But then Liverpool have the luxury of bringing on Shaqiri and Jota, who to me are two, great subs.
Yeah, they'll start for everyone in the league except for City and Liverpool.
Yeah, but to have them as super subs, even it's just and for West Ham, I had West Ham winning 2-1, which was obviously a bit optimistic away at Anfield. But the way they've been playing, I thought it almost could have gone that way. They had a couple chances.
Van Dijk.
Yeah, Liverpool losing Van Dijk. But one big positive I brought over all of it too was Masuaku and Creswell, their link-up play for me on that left side with Creswell when he gets the freedom to go forward and almost act as a winger, sort of, him at centre-back has been, you never would have thought it, to me he was an out-and-out left-back, and Masuaku's definitely more that wing-back with, is attacking.
You're much better having him that way round because of Masuaku switches off defensively.
Yeah, exactly.
I look at him, I really do. and the West Ham fans listening, some will agree, and a lot of them won't. I know because of his past, but I think he's as good a left wing back as there is out there.
Who, Masuaku?
I think he could be.
Yeah, I agree. He's got the footwork.
As much ability as any of them.
Yeah.
And whether he's as effective or he can keep producing that.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't. He's not right now, but
yeah.
I think he could be. I think there's something there.
I mean, maybe the risk Moyes takes is letting them venture forward a little more, and sort of balancing out maybe to a back four with Cresswell at left back.
More credit to Cresswell, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Having to adjust him to be the one that adjusts, and he's not the biggest, is he?
No, not at all. But he's winning headers and stuff.
But he's a good scouser.
Yeah, yeah. It reminds me of not too long ago when Azpilicueta transitioned to centre back, and he had who was it on his right back? Where it was like the two. He was like an overlapping centre back, wasn't he? It's like
Reece James on his right. When
it was before that.
Shaun, do you have them already prepared? Them pints. You just drop one on the floor and pick another one up.
And a mini fridge to keep cool as well.
Yeah, the amount of glasses we go through is crazy. But yeah, I mean, for me, overall positive. And then if you're West Ham coming out of those games, going into Fulham at home, I mean.
But the big thing for me, look, there's an international break coming up. They've got who've they got before that? Did you say?
They've got Fulham and that's it, and then Sheffield United after.
Right?
Yeah.
It's imperative that they go and do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Against the team now. Otherwise, it's going to make those predictions about the next 6 games and the fear and how well they've done.
Yeah.
This is the important part against your Fulham and then Sheffield United.
Right.
This is the important part. Can they go and do what they did against Wolves, against Leicester?
Yeah. Well,
can they go? Or will they change the way they play and tactically?
Yeah.
West Ham fans now have come to terms, I think, that they're a counter-attacking team.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit different now that Antonio isn't there.
Yeah.
Maybe is it now going to go to the 5-3-2 or. You need somebody up there with Haller.
With a bit of pace, yeah.
It'll be a test.
I think it'll be a test of how good Moyes is. It'll show how good Moyes is. You don't want to hinge it on one game, but what he does next is, to me, probably, it's. I mean, the rest, those big games, the past big games are in the past. To me, this is. I know saying Fulham at home is a dream, but if he can keep that.
But it's also a banana skin, mate.
Yeah.
It also could put all the good work they've done back into doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fear I have for the team itself in general.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to find a consistency. You can't just go out and raise your game for the bigger clubs or the bigger teams, and then fall down again. That's the difference between the top half and the bottom half team.
Yeah.
And I just think, look, Fulham have gone and had their first win today, so they'll be buoyed by that. I can't, no disrespect, but I can't see them being terrified of West Ham.
Right.
I've seen them go to Leeds and did they get a draw there? Did they get beat there close? I'm not sure. But, you didn't need that. And unfortunately, my mate Slav has just slumped into the bottom 3, hasn't he?
Yeah.
From Fulham beating them today.
Yeah.
Which I'm gutted about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the brightest end to the season for West Brom.
Well, I hope you're wrong, mate. I know we've talked about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Slav get another.
No, me neither. I'm just saying, just looking at the team in general, and I mean.
Yeah, they lacked a lot of. I mean, he said it himself today after the game. I watched his interview and he said, "Who's the right back from Ivanovic?"
Yeah.
Ivanovic. And who's the oldest, and the young lad they got, who's a Chelsea kid. He said they were the two who showed any sort of effort and character today, and it was scary to see that none of the others did. It's something they've got to look at. They looked like they didn't want to be there a little bit.
Yeah.
Who is it? The Chelsea kid?
Is it Ajayi? Ajayi?
Let me see.
No.
Chelsea have 432 players, so it's kind of hard
young
to
English blonde hair.
Young English blonde hair.
Gallagher.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Was he on loan to Swansea last season or something?
I don't recognize him.
Isn't 5'12" 6 foot.
It's all keeping up with all these players.
My app says he's
with all the Chelsea players.
My app says he's 5'12".
Yeah.
It was hard for FIFA to keep track of how they were going to punish us because I'm sure there was like 60 players they didn't account for.
But yeah, I mean Chelsea. We'll give you a little talking point here. Chelsea did well against Burnley, didn't they?
Yeah, we don't
Zuma.
have to.
Yeah, they look good, mate.
Yeah.
I think that's the best I've seen them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
ZH getting a goal. Werner getting a goal.
I mean, Pulisic got.
Yeah, he got injured during the. And Thiago Silva looked good. I thought that was.
I think he's getting more comfortable. I don't want to. I'm not here to say. Oh yeah, like I'm not someone like fucking Everton fan saying. You just had a bet with an Everton fan, didn't you?
Yeah.
Alex. Yeah. I'm not here saying we're going to win the league or anything.
I've got a $50 bet that City finish above Everton. He came to me with the bet.
I hope he was drunk.
Yeah.
See, I'm not saying that. It could take us...
By the way, thanks, Alex. Just you can send me the $50 whenever you want.
I'll take that bet with Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
I'll take that Chelsea win above Everton.
Well, they you know what? I mean, the thing about Everton now, there's been a lot of shit happening over the last week or so, hasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had the great start, and then 2 defeats.
Yeah.
The
could just be a hiccup, though.
They're missing.
It could just be a hiccup.
They're missing some players.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah,
but it seems,
that's true. Yeah.
James Rodriguez. They're missing some players. James Rodriguez, who's been doing decent
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Calvert-Lewin gets another goal. He got another goal at the weekend. I mean,
he's leading the Golden Boot, mate.
Yeah.
I'd have him over.
I'd put money. I'd put money on him winning the Golden Boot. Actually, yeah. I think he just.
I think it'll be him and Kane.
He looks like he's having a Jamie Vardy season almost. Like just out of nowhere, just like
that'll depend a lot, obviously, on Everton keeping the form.
Yeah.
The form.
I mean, but now that
the start they've made,
they have the likes of Richarlison, who isn't the goal scoring outlet, now there's pressure taken off him. Whether that's going to make him a better player or not, but he should, he's not the go-to.
Yeah.
And he's a great player. So I mean, he cheats a lot, but
Richarlison, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Well, he's back, isn't he? He's got one more game.
Has he, mate? Yeah.
We got a 3-game ban for Thiago. No.
Am I remembering? I'm remembering that wrong, right? He didn't get a red card for that. Is he injured, Richarlison?
No, he got red carded. Didn't he?
He got red carded. He got the 3-game ban, didn't he?
It was 3 games.
Well, if it's a straight red, it's a 3-game ban.
Yeah, but it was a terrible tackle. Yeah,
it was bad.
I was going to say they could review that, but
he got the same. They just changed that to a 1-game ban.
Yeah, they rescinded it to 1 game.
Oh yeah, that was.
But you've had that. You've had the Pickford incident.
Yeah, what?
With Van Dijk.
Yeah,
Pickford. I hate
Pickford
everyone saying that they need to fine Pickford, and that's been everyone that any foul that's happened like that, they keep reverting back to Pickford and Van Dijk, and I'll
see, and the thing as well is Pickford lets this stuff. He will let it get to his head because he's an emotional player, isn't he?
Maybe that'll be a good thing for him because he hasn't been doing too well.
Well, he got dropped, didn't he, at the weekend? And Ancelotti said he'd be back.
Anywhere else on the field, he's off.
Yeah.
But goalkeepers, are they supposed to know how to tackle properly? Known for being a little bit erratic.
No, but I know Pickford messes up. But I mean, you look at I've looked at it 1,000 times. He doesn't. It's not like, I mean, we were talking about Harry Kane. How he backs into people, and I know that we're going to talk about this in a little bit. But the way people like the Harry Kane thing, how we got a foul by looking at Pickford's. I think Pickford's done the perfect thing. Yeah, it's unlucky that he's jumped maybe a couple of inches too far, but he's meeting the ball. He's only looking at the ball. He does not know it's Van Dijk, even though Van Dijk's the biggest man on the pitch right there.
He hasn't gone out to hurt anyone.
No. Yeah, Pickford's done the right thing. It's just Van Dijk's got the nuts to go for it as well. Yeah. Any other player wouldn't have done that, and that's what keepers are crazy. This is something a crazy keeper does. Pickford's crazy. I think it sucks that Van Dijk's injured, but I think Pickford shouldn't be punished.
No,
everyone's trying to fall on him.
You can't gauge the crime by the extent of the injury,
Right.
Exactly.
If he makes the same challenge and he twists his ankle,
yeah,
then people look at it differently.
But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put the value of the player into the injury.
Right.
But you should do that. You should do that to the Richarlison tackle. You shouldn't do that to the Bickford, because Richarlison's gone for apparently the best player in the Premier League right now. That people are saying, I know De Bruyne is, but
who's saying Thiago?
No, I mean it was the whole speculation, and even I'm sure Liverpool fans think Thiago's better than De Bruyne. And he's not far. He's a different player.
Yeah,
Thiago's up there with the top 7 people.
I love Thiago.
He's a different player.
Yeah,
that's my point.
And he's not.
Yeah, I love Thiago, but yeah, he's not.
Oh no. Yeah, I know De Bruyne is better than Thiago. I'm just saying. I think Richarlison, I can't say his name right, but whatever. If a Liverpool player went at Richarlison, I think I said his name right then.
You said it right both times.
I said it 2 different times. Whatever. Everton fans would have had an uproar because or Calvin Lewin. They would have gone absolutely nuts.
Well, look, it was a heated derby as far as what you get these days, as far as heated derbies go, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah. Then again, I'm talking about their best player. They just injured Van Dijk, so
yeah. I
think like you said, the punishment should only fit the crime and nothing else. It shouldn't be the value of the player. It shouldn't be who is who
or the severity of the injury, because someone could get
exactly. How important he is.
Yeah. Like we saw this last season when Son broke Andre Gomez's
and he started
foot.
crying.
I don't even think it was a red card, to be honest.
Yeah.
I said this. I think I said this after it happened, and you can go back.
This is the thing.
Sorry.
He'd already been booked.
I think he gave him a straight red though.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. He changed it to a yellow, did he?
No, he got sent off and he got banned for 3 games.
No, I think he booked him for a yellow, and then he looked at it. I don't think he had a yellow before, and then he gave him a straight red.
It was a straight yeah.
But what I meant, I think the point I was Son should have got booked for diving before that.
Yeah.
And my point was, I said, if he'd have been booked for diving, he wouldn't have even gone near to make that challenge.
That's the exact conversation we had. Yeah.
Okay, but there's not one malicious, what Son did was football, and it happens once in the Premier League. It happens once every couple of years.
Yeah.
It's just bound to happen, and it sucks. And I know people are trying to protect these players by, like you said earlier, football is just, no one's going to be allowed on the ground anymore.
Well, I'll tell you now what it is, mate.
But it's the risk, though. It's like going in the cage at UFC,
Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's either you can go in and tackle like you used to, or you can't tackle at all.
Yeah.
Right now, today, how many times do people stand on each other's feet, stand on their ankles, stand on their Achilles, because they're not tackling properly anymore?
Yeah.
They're just reaching to get there. They're reaching to get there. Split second after them, they've took the ball, the foot's planted, the foot comes on top.
Everyone's always said you pull out a tackle, you're probably going to get more injured than going in.
Well, not pulling out.
But going for it and not going 50%, not going 100%. Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's always the case.
Yeah,
always the case. But how many times now? How many times do you see people standing on each other's feet?
Yeah.
And the games get stopped for it.
Yeah.
Now, you've either got to hit, and it
happens off camera as well, and then the game will start.
It is going that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
you look now in the box. As soon as somebody feels that they're touched anywhere, now even with the hand on the face, we talk about it all the time, and then they're falling down. It's not a natural fall for me. A foul should be where you've been taken down.
Yeah.
Not you've been touched.
You've been taken down against your will.
Fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah, against your will. Yeah.
You've been manhandled, pretty much.
And for me, the people on the telly, the bullshit that these pundits come out with.
Yeah.
Oh, he's bought the foul. Well, he hasn't bought the foul.
He's dived.
Because when he buys something, it's illegal.
No. Or they...
You give money and you get something in return.
Or,
If you buy the foul, you cheat.
Yeah.
Or you hear Graham Lasso or someone say, "Oh, he was smart by going down there." Harry Kane was smart doing this.
Plays, can you?
No, I mean speaking of that though, Harry Kane and Son were absolutely dreadful going down against Brighton. I mean, it was just the most ridiculous thing ever. How easy they were going down. I mean, Kane went down for the penalty, didn't he? After backing into Lallana.
But why don't they see on the replay that he's taken his eyes off the ball and he's looked at the man, like he did with Creswell? Could have got him hurt.
Yeah.
Making a back for somebody.
Yeah.
You've seen. He's got fouled, but Lallana's fell heavier than him.
Yeah. Lallana could have hurt himself.
I mean, done his shoulder, dislocated his elbow.
Oh, he could have broke his neck. He could have clearly.
Yeah.
You had one like that where you always talk about.
You tell me he didn't say nothing to Harry Kane after that.
Oh,
Yeah.
What does me more than anything, like the Salah one, they get up and take the penalty and then kissing the wrist and all this afterwards.
And point upwards, yeah.
Does my fucking head in, honest to God.
Yeah.
If I was Lallana, I would. I mean, I'm just talking about my short fuse, but I'd fight Harry Kane because Lallana's obviously going to look at that replay and see that he's.
I think there's a bit of a size and weight disadvantage.
But I don't think Lallana will care. Harry Kane looks at him, and there's been even way before you even were playing. There's been people always been injured like that, and that's just how it is. And then you see someone going for it, and then getting a penalty, and then scoring. Like, are you joking me? I'd be fuming.
Yeah.
I can't contend.
But you know what got me afterwards? You made me watch earlier. The Højbjerg and the goal. And I said I didn't believe it was a foul, and you both think it was a foul. But
No, it was the opposite.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
I thought it was a foul. You both thought it wasn't.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right, that's the one.
Yeah.
And we didn't agree on the sending off with.
But no, you only thought it was a foul because of the sending off on I don't know how to say it. Milivojevic, yeah.
So let's talk about Lamptey's goal, the event that happened prior, right? I think who was it who tackled the Brighton player?
Solly March.
Yeah.
I
think he got his heel on the ball.
He definitely did. He pushes the ball when he went through the ground.
Now, if it's in,
I didn't see the ball diverting anyway.
That's what.
No, he didn't. He makes
it been a bit changed.
I know because he's pushing it the same way, and if that's what you're going by, you should know that. Like, I'm not saying you. I'm saying this is what everyone's saying, that you don't see the ball turn. If that's what you're going by, you should know that he can make the ball turn. I mean, spin the same way. The ball doesn't drastically spin a different way just because. If you touch it anyway, you couldn't make it spin in the same way. He's pushed it into the ground.
My initial view is a foul all day. My initial view. But then again, my gut feeling was for somebody like him.
Højbjerg,
Højbjerg. I thought he fell down more than anyone at Southampton. That sometimes you deserve it.
Yeah.
If that's the way you are. What got me more than anything was Harry Kane fucking moaning.
I said that. I said, how did he see it? How did he see it?
Doing this.
Yeah.
You know what? Is it like Groundhog Day for them?
Yeah.
They do something and forget and start a new fucking minute.
Yeah.
And everything else is gone. You know what I mean? It's disgusting for me.
Yeah.
It does my head in.
See, not only is it just bad, but with what's happening, but it's bad with what's happening consistently with teams. So teams like Tottenham. I know the whole City semi-final thing. Llorente handball?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he handballed it before he scored. But
there's been multiple. Obviously, United with every fucking penalty. Liverpool, clearly. I hate to say that, but Salah, Mane are disgraceful.
Yeah.
They're cheating and diving. I'm just saying, there's so many teams that.
What do you think about so Pogba coming out and saying he knew it was a penalty? Is that contributing to players going down? Like, because he's the type of player who would go down.
Well, that was another one. I mean, he knows he's made contact, so he realises it's a penalty.
Yeah.
But then you got Bellerin doing the other bit afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So that contributes to me. It's like in the player's mindset. To him, he gave away a penalty. So that's just the way they look at it, And
but this is what I'm saying now. It's either going to go from all tackling or no tackling.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have that slight contact anymore.
Yeah.
For me, the ref's got to see, did he bring him down? Did he trip him? Because you will make contact.
Right.
You will make contact sometimes by accident. Sometimes it's not a foul. You do make contact that it isn't a foul.
Yeah.
But is it who falls down? Is it now going to be, as soon as there's contact, both fall down? And then give the ref another problem.
Okay, but there's pros and cons to that, which I hate because there's 1,000 cameras out there, and now there's even one with the Shaqiri ball. I was going to bring it up, but I forgot who scored that second goal. The one that Shaqiri played through the legs, and I don't.
It was Jota got both of them. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He got a second as well?
Yeah.
He put the rebound in, and then he got the winner.
But they actually have like a Discovery Channel. I saw it. of like what it looked like through Shaqiri's eyes. It's quite bad, and it looks like it's filmed with a potato, but it's like done one of those where you can see it through Shaqiri's eyes and the ball he's played, and you know he's just 100% meant to do what he.
Oh really?
Yeah,
They've come back
I meant to send it. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't send it to you guys.
I said this years ago. That I wanted.
I know. Yeah. You said that. Yeah.
A film about a game from the players.
Because they had that advert, didn't they? And Arsene Wenger was like looking on the sideline.
Yeah.
But
I spoke to people about doing it.
What I meant to say, was the Telemans.
Yeah, Yuri Tillemans.
Tillemans and Doherty. When Doherty, the penalty decision that got the V.A.R. actually went to, but they only went to because he fell on the floor.
Yeah, did you see that?
It was a penalty, but he's cheated afterwards. But it's a penalty because
he's being held. He was being held back. Trossard was being held back by Doherty.
It's just like Harry Maguire and the Aspilicueta thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, not as bad, but
yeah, it wasn't as bad, but it was
a penalty. It's
similar thing.
It's a penalty.
Arms wrapped around him.
Every single
if Doherty wasn't holding Trossard, he would have scored.
Yeah, 100%. It was a
I'll
great
tell
ball.
you, I was disappointed, John. I was disappointed in Chilwell at Burnley.
Wow.
Hit with an arm in the chest, grabbed his face.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, do these players not understand? Like, there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Why do you do it?
See, that's what I was going to say. They definitely do understand because they still continue to act. Once they get the foul and they jump up, like.
I feel like we said it. You said it earlier. We should be talking about these positives, and then these incidents overshadow.
You know what? You know what? Everyone that goes down that holds something that looks like they've physically been shot. Explain after the game what hurt you, why it hurt you, and let's have a doctor next to you.
Or you should have to miss the next game.
Or something. If it made you wince that hard.
Yeah, or you should have to go off the field. If they do that with head injuries, you have to go off the field.
Like
if you go down and roll like an Olympic freaking diver on the floor, you should have to step off the field for treatment if you go down that badly.
Or taken to a hospital because it looks like you got hit by a semi-truck.
Just get somebody to run on, pick them up, or drag them off by the leg.
Yeah.
Just drag them off, just while the game carries on.
Yeah.
Either two fellas do a stretch.
Just like a fishing hook, just like grab them and pull them off the pitch. Yeah.
Lasso.
Yeah.
Just drag them off.
Yeah.
Nah, Bruno Fernandes would still be squirming on the pitch while you're trying to pull him off as well.
He'll be trying to take the penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's turn it to positive then. One of the best things I've seen at the weekend. Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, well, there's negatives with that too, but yeah.
No, who has a better technique for free kicks than him? Right
Alexander-Arnold.
No. So here's the thing.
I don't believe he does.
Ward-Prowse has always been like this, though.
I've got a fact here that take it or leave it. In the last 17 years, out of any player who has taken 50 or more direct free kicks, he has the highest conversion at 12.5%.
I never knew that, but I brought it up. Not just because of the two he's got at the weekend.
No,
unbelievable.
You're not allowed to say this because I tried getting you onto Ward-Prowse like what feels like 10 years ago, and you weren't that impressed with him, and he's been doing this.
Yeah,
and like I didn't know that either.
I was onto him at the beginning of last season when he was playing him at right back.
The beginning of last season, I've been talking about him for 8-9 years. That's what I'm talking. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Not even playing for 4 or 5.
No, I promise you, he's been
around a little while.
He got put in the squad because of his set pieces. He was a teenager when he
played for England.
We had the disappointment of him scuffing the penalty.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
coming out and saying England players need to learn the dark side.
I know,
but he has. Look, I'm saying he's better than Alexander-Arnold. Mate.
No.
Well, the facts. I'm saying he has a better technique.
The numbers say he is. But the one thing the numbers don't. The one thing the numbers don't count for is the defenders or the goalkeeper.
But also I think they're just as good. Maybe Ward-Prowse on a dead ball is a tiny bit better than Alexander-Arnold, but in open play, I think Alexander-Arnold puts that ball in every single, like De Bruyne. Like I don't think De Bruyne does it that good on a dead ball, but during the open play, like he'll put it better than anyone.
Ward-Prowse is more central.
Yeah.
And doesn't get
exactly.
You watch his corners. His corners are like free kicks.
Yeah,
it's
probably why he got played at right back though. It's probably one of the decisions of playing him back there because he could run forward and whip the ball in. I'm sure that was a determining factor on getting Ward-Prowse back there. But
See that? Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely a midfielder, but
I always love him, but I hate when he said that.
Southampton. Oh yeah, on that subject.
yeah,
Our predictions, absolute shite.
yeah. If you're a gambling,
Is it because the league's sporadic, or is we just shite?
oh, this is one question I wanted to ask. With the league being all over the place and results being all over the place, I wonder, and maybe it's some research we could do, I wonder if the odds are like inflating a bit because it's less likely of a nil, like you said, a 0-0. I wonder if it's being represented by the bookies fairly.
Fairly, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the correct word to use. Fairly.
I got one correct, and I'm gutted because it was the West Ham result.
Yeah.
I predicted, I figured it out, Antonio, that they may struggle, but they I mean, like we said, they put up a fighting display and a performance to be proud of as well. But
yeah,
I just fancied Anfield penalties the way they are. I just felt it was going to work. You got two, I think, on, didn't you? You got Wolves against Palace. I think you did the 2-0.
Yeah.
I had a bunch that were close though as well. Though
you had one more, I think that was
you
on.
got Newcastle Everton, I think. 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah.
Newcastle.
I will say too. I mean, I just want to move on because I didn't get any right. So I will say, Bournemouth, another positive we can pull. Bournemouth won 1-0 in the week against Bristol, and then they drew.
Mate, they've had 5 draws.
1-1. Yeah, unbeaten though,
Unbeaten, but 5 draws.
in third place. Draws now mean a lot more than they did last season.
5 draws. That's losing, like losing Harmony though.
But then again, you think about what happened.
10 points, that mate.
Yeah,
10 points. It's like losing 3 games.
Think about what happened last season though, where I think Bournemouth. I mean, not necessarily this season with Leeds, but like I think Bournemouth are a better team than Leeds and West Brom, and they ran away with this season, but they ran away with it so much that they were losing all their end games and still qualified. Like they didn't want it at the end of the season.
Well, look, you've got no
one did.
Like the championship with the structure. You finish in the top 6, you've got a shout. Like
I know. Go on. No, I was just agreeing.
I'm just. It's not negative. It's not negative, is it? They haven't lost a game, so.
Oh no, they're a Premier League team, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they.
But they've
got similar to West Ham. Like I'm saying, now you've got to capitalise.
Yeah.
You've got to capitalise on them games. Them points come in massive, mate.
Yeah, they do.
You talk 10 points. 10 points.
This is what
they're still sitting 4th.
This is what I hate. They talk about. I remember they were talking about the Liverpool team and because of the record, what they did. This is what I hate about. This is what I love and hate about stats. You can go to the Liverpool team, and you can always say in history, "Oh, they did this, they broke the record." Now, but you look at the players, you look at how they played, you look at which teams they played and when they played them, and who got injured in that. And no one will ever talk about West Ham and what they've just done over the last 6
right, because it just at the end of the day, it's just going to be points, isn't it? It's just numbers. But that's the thing. Like this, like. Playing against hard teams and playing good football appeals to the emotional spectator. The stats and the numbers and the points, it's what we look back on, So it's really all that matters in the end.
Well, no, but as of right now, because of social media, it's affecting other players, to whether they play or not. Or I mean, I'll forever say about
that's getting deep. Yeah, I mean that's like I mean it does. It is becoming a case where. It affects.
I remember, you were talking about. I forgot who, but I remember you saying you saw some kid train, and he had one of the heart monitors on, and he kept on checking every couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Well, you should know when you're working your balls off. You don't have to go look at it."
That was a Blackburn. I asked him why he was looking at the screen on the computer. He ran over to the table, and he said, "I want to see if I'm working hard enough."
Yeah. Well,
you don't know if you're working hard.
Well, that's the problem. Stats are great until the subject becomes self-aware that they're being monitored by stats. Like you shouldn't be aware of the stats that you're producing, because then it's like
I felt like saying the fact that you're talking to me without being out of breath.
Yeah,
you haven't.
Yeah,
it's not what the monitor was saying.
Yeah,
unless he was just super fit.
Maybe.
And he has covered all them miles. Going
yeah. $6 million man. He's upgrading as he's going back to the table.
I don't believe that was true, but
yeah, it's funny.
But I bet you play it because they all. I mean, not they all, but most. You see a lot of them wearing it as well. And I get it because I mean they track them and they do all that, but Actually, I think they have that in the boots nowadays. But
but
it's good for science. It's not good to rely on because the science isn't there yet. The science isn't saying, "Oh,
it's good."
do like 20
it's good in
sprints
certain.
the 50th
It's
minute,
good
you
in
know,
certain situations where
it's not good enough to rely on.
the
That's what I'm
players shouldn't
saying.
be thinking about it. Is the problem?
Exactly. That's
You
why
know?
I mean. But this was like 10 years ago.
In
When
fact-
sports scientists were like
just
getting,
coming in, and obviously people are conscious.
Yeah.
Because now you can't hide anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's getting out there for
Well,
for
you can
everybody, all
apparently.
the coaching staff to see.
Yeah.
In training, you know what it is. It should be your own personal desire that makes you work your balls off in training.
Yeah.
And want to be the best in training.
Badge.
What?
The badge.
Well, your own personal desire first.
Yeah.
mate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
'Cause
right.
don't forget,
yeah.
your badge is normally on a Saturday.
You're right. Yeah, you're
You
right.
know, I'm saying to get to that where
Mm-hmm.
where you want to be the best on a Saturday, you have to put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's I mean, try and relate it to golf, and even the other way with West Ham now. Them results and performances aren't going to mean nothing until you see what they do after.
Yeah.
You're only
know,
as
you
good
don't
as your
look-
last
you look
game.
back-
Yeah.
And with the points of bombs, you always go back and go, oh shit, that
Should
game,
have
that
won
game.
it. Yeah.
Like on the golf course, you're having the round of your life, and something stumbles, you miss a 3-footer, and it rolls 4 foot over, you come back, all of a sudden you've 3-putted from that.
Yeah.
Your head goes, your round's gone, and you're always talking about afterwards just that shot. It was that one shot,
Yeah.
you know,
My thing is
killed it.
with Bournemouth though, it's new manager. They've lost some key players. Who
Not a
knows?
new manager, really. Not a new manager, really.
Well,
He
Eddie.
was assistant for
Yeah.
all
But
that time.
Eddie Howe's not there, which is I think is big. You know, I mean,
It's the next best thing I think they could have got. Though.
yeah. But the best thing is Eddie Howe was still there. You know, it's like
100%. Yeah. How is it? What, you're in the best league in the world just because you get relegated from that? Like that the manager's not good enough.
no, they left on supposedly left on mutual terms.
Yeah, I know, but they have to because of how much respect they
Well,
have
it's
for
more,
each other.
yeah,
you know?
but it could be that. It could be that he
Hopefully
felt that he was doing the club maybe he felt he wasn't good enough anymore. Who knows? I mean, I don't think that's how he felt, but
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes it's just about pride.
yeah,
well, yeah, I mean, we were just talking
Sometimes
about.
it hurts. You know what? Sometimes it hurts. Maybe he'd
Yeah.
done what he could and felt. You know what?
That's-
5 years, whatever. 5 years in the Premier League. You know, it could never.
He's an intelligent man if he
It
thinks
could
like
never
that.
happen again, and maybe it was disappointment in himself.
yeah,
You know, and then the pride comes out. You know, he maybe will look over the season and go, maybe if I'd done this or done that,
yeah.
or sign him or
That
or you
I feel like that's how Pochettino left.
I think Pochettino was sacked, wasn't he?
No, he was, but like
I think with Eddie Howe too, it could have been him thinking there's a better man for this job.
that's
I don't want to be
Yeah.
responsible for, you know, I don't. Who knows? I mean, who really knows when they come out when they're amicable like that? You know, we could speculate all we want, but like, it's just
I mean, if they
it is
just
what it
come out
is.
with a statement anyway, we're always going to question it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope they bounce back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I saw that as a positive. I mean, it is points dropped, but they are sitting in third in the championship, and they have lost. I mean, you know, they've lost Nathan Ake, they lost Ryan Fraser, who didn't play the last half of the season anyway. They lost Callum Wilson. You know what I mean? It's just
that's what I don't get. How do you not give him like if it looks like you're getting relegated? You know, like how do you not give him a year in the championship?
well, that's where I think it could have been.
I think he's more than
Mutual.
proved himself.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
but they didn't sack him necessarily, per se.
So
We
here's
don't-
one for you anyway. We talked about, you know, having a sort of a roadblock. Villa. Like, is it too wild for me to say they would still go down?
Yeah,
This is. Oh, okay. I didn't know that's where you're going with that.
I'm sure you could get decent money on that.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what the odds are.
Yeah,
I think that can happen. Or they're gonna ride a high.
I think we'll see.
I
them,
think if Barkley gets injured, that will be their downfall.
Yeah, I think we'll see them about 12th if I had to put money on it.
I think this is what breaks Grealish into the England squad, and it's going to devastate me because Barkley's not going to play, and
Yeah,
Grealish is going to look like shit. He's going to be another. No offense, he's going to be another Sterling, and England's just going to keep being this dull. Just
well, when you're playing a 5-3-2 with 4 right backs, and yeah, I mean we
no
could go on all day.
formation fits the England squad.
Yeah,
Like,
It's come full circle. I'm gonna end this before we get to the winner of the Manscaped competition. There's a weird one here. Mesut Ozil has become a financial advisor for a San Francisco venture fund, teaching people, a financial advisor.
Money without working.
That's exactly what I had in my
yeah,
notes.
yeah.
Yeah. You just sit at left back, and that's all you do.
Hey, by the way, I was an Arsenal fan this weekend. 1, going to Old Trafford and winning.
Yeah.
2, not starting Granit Xhaka.
Yeah. He came on. He came on though, didn't he? He came on at centre back, I think.
I didn't notice, mate.
Yeah.
I saw the highlights.
He came on, yeah. But yeah, United getting beat, City winning, West Ham playing well.
Chelsea playing well.
Chelsea playing, yeah.
Arsenal winning.
Yeah, it's been a good week. But all right, let's
Van
get.
Dijk's injured.
No, I can't.
No, I want Van Dijk back.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Van
I don't
Dijk's.
care what it does to City, but I want to see him doing what he does.
Yeah,
you don't want anyone to.
Oh no.
Especially,
he's quality.
He's a great,
the only
great
person,
footballer.
Yeah, especially the only person
I'd rather finish above them with him playing.
Pardon?
I'd rather finish above them with him playing.
Exactly.
You don't want them having the excuse like.
And I think he may be the only footballer right now who's playing who I've never seen dive.
Yeah, I do hope he's back soon.
Oh yeah, I love him.
I do hope it's not as bad, and you never wish that on anyone.
Oh, completely being sarcastic.
Yeah. All right, so let's announce the winner of the Manscaped competition. So, as you may have heard, we've had the competition running to celebrate our partnership with. Sorry, I just kidding. Connor was asking for the bottle opener, and I gave him my bottle cap.
Collecting bottles after his Cottee game.
Yeah. So we had a competition running to celebrate our new partnership with Manscaped. We asked the listeners to email in their receipts, and we were going to draw one random out of the people who emailed in for a signed shirt by Ian. And I do want to announce the winner right now.
Or by one of us, whoever you want to pick.
Yeah, we'll sign it too, but no. No. This. So the winner right now has won a signed home West Ham shirt, and the name of the winner is Chris Page. That drum roll was a bit late, but Connor had a drum roll going for you. So congratulations, Chris Page. We'll get you that home West Ham shirt from this season. Ian's going to sign it and send it out. I believe we have your shipping details on the receipt. I'll have to double check, but if not, we'll reach out to you as well. We'll email you back in there. So
yeah, congratulations, mate. And listen, if you don't want me to sign it, I'll understand. You might just want to wear it for the games. I don't know.
It's actually a Man United fan using it as toilet paper.
No. We know Chris is a West Ham fan. He emailed in saying he was a West Ham fan. And when we pulled him, we saw that. So congrats, Chris. We'll get that sent out to you. And please take a picture with it and tweet it or email it in. We'd be happy to.
Let's get it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how long the post is going to take with this election.
Yeah, that's true in the lockdown. But
not to worry if it does take a little bit longer than it normally would.
Yeah, we'll get that. We're gonna get that sent out right away. But yeah.
If the president, if he steals all the mail, and just up, if you see him on the television,
I don't know if you know how the internet works, but we can order it from an English.
Well, he needs
company.
to sign it.
Oh fucking hell!
Yeah, so we need to order it. We'll order it here.
Is that what you meant to say earlier and you forgot?
Oh yeah, that was. It applied 20 minutes ago. I wasn't talking about this.
Yeah. So yeah, if it takes a little longer than all, we'll get it. We've got local places that can get it. I don't know why we're talking about this on here. We'll just get it signed and sent to you. So congratulations.
Span it in the works.
Yeah. Congratulations, Chris Page. We'll get that sent out to you as soon as possible, like right away. And please take a picture when you get it and tweet it or Facebook it or whatever your preferred social media platform
can
is.
He let us know if he wants the signature on the front or the back?
Yeah, let us know, Chris.
Because I know.
Really, if he wants the signature at all.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure out all the logistics, but thank you to everyone who joined in and supported us. We are still going with our Manscaped partnership, and it does.
Thanks to everyone who bought one and shaved the knackers.
Exactly, yeah. So, but we did want to introduce a new product that Manscaped have sent us actually, and this is what they've got to say about it. Listen up, fellas, because today we have a new Manscaped product alert. Manscaped just released the Weed Whacker nose and ear trimmer. Take a look in the mirror and I guarantee you'll see hairs sticking out of those holes. It's time to keep your ear and nose hair looking as nice as your clean-shaven pubes.
I think Bush. Oh no, I guess yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the nose and ear trimmer. I mean, I don't know if I particularly suffer from this, but maybe you can talk a little more on the subject.
I've already used it.
No, you have to upgrade. That was way too small for that nose. Yeah. You have to get an actual weed whacker.
I got a bit close there. I thought you get scared. Think there was a
yeah, I have my 3D glasses on as well.
But what I do want to say is the nose and ear trimmer provides the same proprietary skin-safe technology, so you don't get nicked downstairs with the Lawnmower 3.0. You don't get nicked up here with the Weed Whacker.
Let's hope your nose isn't as wrinkled as your balls anyway.
Oh, you're one of those, what was he, a ball chinny chin from Men in Black?
You remember that, yeah?
Yeah, he pulls up, yeah.
Ball Chinian.
Yeah.
Ball Chinian, yeah. I don't even know what it was from, I just remember.
It was Men in Black, wasn't it? He's kicked him in his nuts.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, no, and he's pulled that down and punched him in there.
But I'll forever remember sitting on the couch, us two, with Dad, and he's sitting there. We're watching, like, for some reason I always remember it as Champions League when we lived in Southport, and he's pulling the nose hairs out of his ear, out of his ear, out of his nose.
Oh, you didn't realise I was dropping them in your drink?
Yeah, out of his nose one by one, and the Weed Whacker takes care of that in a few minutes in the bathroom in private. So yeah, I mean,
have to be in private.
Yeah, that's right. Also true. The lawnmower does, though. I mean, that one, it legally has to be in private. But you can get 20% off and free shipping of the Weed Whacker with the code BISH. That's BISH at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped, for keeping our pubes trimmed and hairs in our holes looking nice. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code BISH at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code BISH.
How much off?
20%.
Oh, okay.
If I didn't say that enough.
You didn't say it enough, no.
Go whack your weeds. So I also want to thank sportsvids.com. Again, Ian, you did a video today for some West Ham fans. There's some great people on there. You've got Ian Bishop, you've got Shaun Goater, Tony Cottee, John Hartson, Neil Razor Ruddock, Matt Tissier, Phil Thompson, Paul Merson.
I'm sure the Razor Ruddock one though is censored.
I've actually seen the advertisement with him on it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, make sure if you want a personalized message that you want to send to somebody, or if someone close to you has a birthday, or you just want to, surprise somebody with a nice gift.
Surprise a nice Man United fan.
Or if you just want to learn some dance moves.
Yeah. I think Ian might be the only one on there offering dance moves. I'm not sure. Have you seen Shaun Goater dance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he dance to the song? The song Dickie sang, Goater has big boobies. If that's what you want,
Sure, I'll have a stripper pole.
See, now you're promising for other people, so make sure
you're in the background or something, like throwing money.
Yeah. But yeah, so check out sportsvids.com if that sounds like something you'd be up for. Great company, great guys running it too. You'll see them all over our social media as well. Yeah, so we thank them for our partnership and go check them out. All right, guys.
I think we should make a pact of next week isn't going to be about cheats and divers.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Next year, we can look for other stuff.
I think it's a promise to ourselves, really.
Well, honestly, it's a promise we're asking of the Premier League players, and I don't know if they can fulfill that,
I don't know if they watch the podcast, Ben.
Well, they should.
I hope Pogba does.
All right, man.
Yeah, all right, guys. Well, again,
Good having a beer with you, Zay.
yeah, good having a beer with you too, as always. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate the support. Go check out 5pintsin.com to sign up for the newsletter, and you can see all our new merchandise on there on 5pintsin.com/shop. Yeah, and Ian's wearing one of the shirts right now if you want to get yourself one, and Connor's got the other one on. We're working on some new stuff now. And also head over to patreon.com/5pintsin. We're actually embarrassingly releasing our predictions each week on there. So go make fun of us.
I think if anyone got the predictions right, it would be embarrassing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think we should get more than 2, or in my case 0, right? So
look, out of what was it, 30?
Yeah.
We got 3.
3. Yeah.
No, don't lump me in with you.
So look, here's the thing. If you think you can do better than that, go to patreon.com/5pintsin and comment on there and let us know that you can do better, and let us know your predictions.
Ask us why we're picking them, or call us out for picking them.
Yeah, let us know your predictions and why you disagree. So
I definitely want to get the results right. So
yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening, and it was good having a beer with you guys.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
cheers.
Cheers.